Det var sånn all day mode.
Ja. Jo, men sånne nye spillere, de liksom kan glemme å tape Lymen når Brooms er ferdig, eller de kan misforstå at det er Brooms down. Men Floris, han har spilt så lenge at han vet det.
Det som er gøy var at jeg misforstod først, de er så Floris og tappelymer. Sånn, det er noe jeg ikke har hørt.
Ja, jo, men det er sånn, man er jo sånn gruppe, altså, vi er litt sånn tråktig. Vi gjør jo det alle andre gjør. Og det er derfor det er så viktig å være nøye som dommer når det er Brooms og når det ikke er det. For du må blåse ett mål, du blåser 200. Men det skal være enkle blås. Og det er ikke alltid så lett å høre forskjell på spillere.
Dette blir en spennende match.
Ja. Dette kan bli en potensielt litt avgjørende match.
Og hvis BSI...
Lucia fra BSI tar sluffen, går rett på. Det kommer en krav. Ja, ok. Jeg snudde ikke kamera, men the keeper from Lemmings just blocked the shot from Lucia from BSI. Long pass. And the BSI beaters clean it up. So here we have Kai playing for BSI. Obviously, they had to turn around their shirts because everyone is black. We have Finn and Maya beating one of the very good beater couples in Norway. We have Lucia up here with the quaffle. So if you hear some names where you're like, oh, does this person play for BSI? Because they have mercenary players that maybe play from other teams or don't have a team or from another country and stuff. And they come to fill up a team so we can have a really good tournament. And we really appreciate that. The score is now 10-0 to BSI. I'm pretty sure the scoreboard has it wrong because Lemmings have not scored yet. And BSI takes over the quaffle again. They also have bludger control and they are using it very actively. And they score again. So Maya is really hustling to keep her bludger control from Lauritz. And they almost manage it, but the Lemmings beaters really clean up. So they get a long no bludger. See Maya here claiming immunity to go get the bludger. But bad pass. So Lemmings lose the quaffle. As I said, when you're a beater, it can be frustrating sometimes when you do everything for your chasers and then they still don't score. You see Finn here picking up a bludger behind the Lemmings hoops. That's also a wonderful chance to make a long no bludger if you shoot their beater. But it looks like right now at least he's not taking that chance yet. I would argue that was 1 foot outside of bounds. Yeah, looks like the head ref saw that too. If the Lemmings chaser had 1 foot outside of bounds when he picked up the ball there, it's inbounding for BSI. So that was a good play from Gil. He was almost pushed out, but he managed to not touch the ball while he was pushed out, while the Lemmings chaser touched the ball with 1 foot out of bounds. It's always interesting to inbound the ball in the opponent's keeper zone. There's a lot of defense between you and the hoops, but it's still a reasonably good chance to score, especially if that pass is better. It's a hard pass to make. But BSI can set up their offense again. They have bludger control now. They're keeping the Lemmings speeder really low. They're standing 1-2 meters behind the hoops. Looks like they're very concerned about Gil, but Lucia shoots and scores. I always told you, Lucia is an extremely good player. And that's not only because she was coached by me. A little bit. I'm a little bit partial here, but no. What can I say? I've coached a lot of good players, and that is a lot on the players, but also a tiny bit on me.
Yeah, coached me.
I've coached you, Linnea, and you are amazing. So.
Oh, those people actually listen.
I don't know if they watch it on mute, they don't hear what you say, so it's no problem. I mean, there is a live stream that's commented, but this is more of a backup video, which might go up online or might go up if the stream fails.
I think
it also will be taken with higher resolution than the stream because the stream has to be streamed. We have Kai driving in, sending off a pass to, is that Hilde? Yeah, also a Sagene player working for BSI, and they make a beautiful goal. And as I always say, you see how important bludgers are, because that drive is it's very hard to stop Kai with chasers, at least if they're not big and strong. but it's very easy to stop Kayo with bludgers. Even I can do it if I have a bludger and I'm a beater.
You may not have the maturity of that.
Oh yeah. You're very mean, Vinja. So lemmings shoot for the top hoop. It goes over, but I would say if you manage to hit the top of the middle hoop, top hoop, there you might actually your shot might go in because it looks like the block was a bit low. But off camera here, lemmings have done a very successful beater pressure. It looks like BSI with Annika here will get bludger control back, but in the meantime, they did manage to get quaffle possession for the lemmings. Annika putting high pressure, retreating a bit. I think she should have gone out to tap Vegard there. Yeah, and then a good beat from Kai. That is a quaffle turnover because it's a pass after beat. So BSI starting up the quaffle again. They have bludger control now. It's Hugo from Sweden and Annika beating. Hilde with the quaffle here. Gil in the middle. Kevin on the left. And Elizabeth behind. A bit of a surprise here. Elizabeth wasn't sure whether it was a good idea to play again, but she is extremely good, even when she's injured. Tapped out running back now. For all the Lemmings fans, I'm really sorry, I don't know most of your names. I basically just know like Vegard with the quaffle here and Lauritz. That's not personal. I'm sure you're all wonderful people. And I will learn your names if you come to tournaments regularly. That was a really risky shot from Vegard. Just went in, as I said. Managed to hit the top of the middle hoop there. Will go in. You can't let him stand on a post that far in. Lauritz going in the duel at the other opponent's keeper zone line. That's a great way to create a no bludger. BSI getting a good opportunity for a triple, not taking it. Yeah, so looks like Kevin got beat by a beater that were just off room. That's very good to call attention to that, because if Kevin hadn't thought he was beat and dropped the quaffle, they would have kept the quaffle. So I would say I would at least give a quaffle turnover to the BSI team. Nothing wrong with Lemmings. They're chasers for just hustling and doing what they should. But when that happens, when the beater releases the bludger after being beat, it's important to clear up the situation. Make it very clear that the ball they just released is not a live bludger, it can't beat anyone. If you then think that you're beat, the refs will call you safe, and also make sure you don't lose the ball because of that misunderstanding. But they chose not to give a quaffle turnover. I'm a bit in disagreement with the refs here. I think they were evaluating whether it could be considered like an illegal beat or a cardable offense. And I would say it's not a cardable offense, but I'm very fond of ball turnovers to deal with minor faults and minor fouls, you can call it. Big hustle here in BSI's keeper zone. Very nice effort from the Lemmings chaser, but sadly she does not manage to keep a hold of the ball. Now we have Kevin here running up with a no bludger. It looks like a pretty long one. Oh, can they catch him? Oh, Kevin was finally caught. He sent the quaffle out. That could be argued to be a pass to no one. Okay, I didn't show it. You can argue that's a pass to no one because there were no chasers there that he was passing to. He was trying to get the ball out of his tackle. If the refs judge that it's passed to no one, it's a turnover. But I'm pretty sure the quaffle did not cross the keeper's on line, so it's not. Yeah, so it's not a double reset, but it's illegal because it's a pass to no one because there was no one there. So they turn over the quaffle to Vegard, but he's not gonna go in against the BSI bludger. Yeah, it's set up established offense instead. So there is some hustling with the bludgers out there. They managed to take the BSI bludgers out temporarily, but Annika has the bludger now. She taps out the Lemmings chasers, and then BSI go in offense again. The score is now 40-10 to BSI. They are starting to get out of range already if they manage to keep scoring. But I feel like the FlyINN Lemmings have a lot of potential surprises there. Really nice bludger catch from Annika. That was beautiful play. And now Kevin gets beat by Sari, who's really hustling, getting their bludger back. And Lemmings can turn the game around. What do you think about attacking against one hoop that's down? Oh, that is one of the Lemmings chasers trying to set up the hoop. That is very illegal. I understand the impulse, but you're not allowed to interfere with the match equipment. What you can do in that situation, if you want to have free open hoops, is you can... Okay, yeah, I would say that's... Okay, it looks like the refs are not calling it, but Vegard was beat, tapped in, wanted to contact really immediately. I'm not sure if he tapped in properly, but the big thing, it looked like it was maybe close to the neck. But yeah, the refs are not calling it. It was probably good. It's hard to see from this far away. When you are beat, it's good to tap in and be back in the game quickly. You just have to make sure when you're actually off broom, you can't interfere. That also means you can't be in people's way. And in this case, I would argue it's almost... They might have done more with it if BSI hadn't been able to score on that. But Birk kept the drive on and got the quaffle in the goal. So the score is now 50-10 to BSI. We have Kevin. Oh, looked like maybe contact from behind. I would say there's a high risk of yellow card here. It's really important to give yellow cards on illegal contact before people start getting injured. When people get injured, you can give red cards. It is important to show the players what is the acceptable level and not. In this situation, looks like the ref gave advantage. That means they don't stop the game until BSI's drive is over, until they no longer have a good scoring opportunity, to make sure that as a defending team that you can't foul in order to stop the game, in order to improve your defense opportunities. But Kevin lost the ball and fell down, so they did a brimstone, handed out the yellow card, and then got Kevin back in his position with the quaffle back. Doesn't have a great scoring opportunity, but you never know, it's Kevin. You might be able to score through 3 defense chasers that are left. The keeper there might be able to tackle him, but... Oh! Yeah, that looked like an early... No, what happened here was Kevin decided he would rather start the ball at the end line. That's something you can do when you get an advantage call. You can retreat. Since he was inside the keeper zone, he can retreat to the furthest point on the end zone. And the other chasers saw Kevin running and they were like, then I want to run too. But the brimstone wasn't over yet. So we have Kevin starting here. Yeah. Oh, he is definitely past that keeper. Yeah, I think they're still a bit in the gray zone of contact from behind there. But BSI still have the quaffle with Lucia here. The other BSI chaser very successfully blocked the beat, but they did not manage to keep the drive up. They were also a bit alone. The BSI beaters were far away, and that is hard sometimes. Then you let the defensive beaters do what they want. So we have the Lemmings here. Keeper with the quaffle, bringing the quaffle behind too. That's a difficult pass, especially when the BSI beaters are expecting it. But one of their other chasers managed to dodge a beat. And if the refs say it's fine. And then runs in and not the goal apparently. I think they might have called their beat before. But now BSI at least have all the bludgers. And yes, they win the beat. They're not getting... Oh, that's third bludger interference from Hugo. Yes, it's good that Malin saw that. That is, you can't get triple when your partner already has a bludger. I know the temptation, but if BSI were going to set up triple there, it should have been more coordinated, and Annika probably shouldn't have, if they wanted triple, Annika shouldn't have picked up the bludger behind the hoops. Then Hugo should have talked to her and told her that, oh, there's bludgers here, he's going to get them. So Annika leaves the bludger behind their hoops, and then they take those 2 bludgers. So BSI then lose the quaffle because third bludger interference also gives a double bludger turnover. I think BSI would normally keep 1 bludger. Yeah. It should be a double bludger turnover. So they are turning over both the bludgers in possession by BSI beaters, and there's now a bludger lying in BSI's keeper zone, the green one, that they can potentially get. But for now, they don't have bludger control, and Lemmings have the quaffle. This is exciting whether this will be a good counter opportunity. The BSI beaters are both a few meters away from the loose bludger. And if Sari and the other lemming speeder manage to set the coordinated pressure, they might actually have a no bludger situation, at least for a few seconds, to give them a decent opportunity to score. You see, their chaser, if he manages to get past Kevin, he is like the front chaser. There's no BSI players between him and the goal except Kevin. I think he has a decent chance to get past Kevin, at least if he starts at the right angle, to make sure Kevin can't immediately. Oh, okay. Looks like he's not starting at the right angle. Kevin is a mean defense player, he's good. No head starts. Oh, yeah, he's past Kevin. And the BSI bludger is too late. So that's a goal by Lemmings. Score is now 50-20. They have a chance to get back into catch range. The BSI beaters here, Maya and Hugo, going up with their one bludger. Let's see how long Lemmings keep their bludger control. Oh, wasn't very long. Hugo caught the beat, and suddenly the bludger balance is turned. I understand the temptation to tap Hugo then, because he is a big mean beater coming in your face, but you are just giving him an opportunity to catch your bludger and get bludger control back almost for free. And there we have 2 hoops down. If I were Kevin now, I would bring it back to your own half and request that the hoops be set up. It's quite a bit windy also here today. So the weather would be really pleasant if it didn't wind so much. Was there illegal contact?
Like this.
On who? On the quaffle?
On the
Bacha, if you see illegal contact, talk to Shu. If you see illegal contact in the beater game, like if they're touching necks and stuff, talk to Shu. It doesn't matter if it takes a few seconds before you tell him. Tell him, yeah, no, it's totally fine if you didn't see anything. Just so you know. You can give out cards, Bacha, you're a referee. I mean, the head referee gives out cards. But if the AR is very certain that there's a cardable offense in the beater game, then the head ref should normally listen to that. After all, the experts on the bludger game are the ARs. Bludgers start flying. No bludger in Lemmings defense for now. Kevin drives. We still have it. Oh, that was a really clutch goal from the BSI chaser. It looks like they may be reffing that there was a beat before there. But yeah, it's a complicated situation. It's also hard to keep track of legal contact and illegal contact there. So, was there a broomstone? Yeah, okay. Looks like there was a beat that they didn't see. The BSI beaters really performing really well under pressure here. Gotta give a shout out to Hugo and Maya. And they seem like they just managed to stop the Lemmings drive here. So BSI for now staying out of catch range or free up, making sure that even if there were a catch at this stilling, this position, it would be overtime and overtime victories. It's always nice to be up by 3. You know what they say? Whoever gets the most points wins the game. It's a very profound concept. So Maya going back there to challenge Sari. I would call that an illegal reset, but it doesn't really make a big difference in the game. BSI keep bludger control. And of course, since bludger play is more important, I was watching that instead of the quaffle. But the BSI offense did not manage to score on no bludger. However, the beaters managed to make sure they got the chase quaffle back. And Gil, sort of strategically, swatting the quaffle into his own keeper zone. That is a reset used. But on the other hand, they won that defense because there were no Lemmings chasers in the keeper zone. Yeah, Finn here with the ball, getting a bit challenged by one of the Lemmings beaters. But for now, it doesn't look like it's much of a problem. For Finn at least. Maya getting to beat kind of unopposed in offense. Keeping Barbara on Lemmings from picking up the quaffle. But yeah, there's a lot of hustle, but that's, as always is the case, it's really hard to win the quaffle in the opponent's keeper zone. But oh, Maya coming in, going for a stealth beat on the Lemmings keeper. Gave a quaffle turnover. He made a bad pass and they got the quaffle. Yeah, looks like Finn and Maya are setting up triple. It's a pleasure to watch such good beater play. But Finn chose to go in and give his chasers more support instead. I mean, it worked. They did score on that. But they gave up the opportunity for triple. But that's fine. Who wants triple anyway? Alright, so there's a few subs. I think that was technically an illegal sub on Lemmings because they subbed their keeper before they started the quaffle. Or maybe they didn't. Yeah, they subbed their keeper before starting the quaffle. That's a blue card. I've gotten a blue card for that. Lots of beater play happening here. Njol is on as a beater for Lemmings. He's a fast boy. And it has, for now, paid off. They're making a no bludger, and their chasers get to attack against, no bludgers in defense. Whether they're scoring it is another matter. That was that was Finn tackling Njol. It looked like maybe from behind, but who am I to judge? Njol is running enough that Lemmings keep bludger control, despite Maya's good play. So, BSI in offense. Sari is a bit too far back. Sadly, Hilde loses her balance, but they keep the quaffle and the offense. Now they can set up a more established offense. We have Hilde, Kai, and Elizabeth here with Gil behind the hoops, sneaking a bit. Barbara coming up. Oh, that's another Lemmings player, not now. Barbara Zimmerman or Detra, one of them. Nice cross pass to Gil. None of the chasers managed to intercept that, and Gil scores. So, defense here, we have BSI, Finn and Annika with bludger control. A Lemmings keeper, tall guy, with the number, some kind of cursed 7-7 and signs there. Someone doesn't like normal letters. Njol goes in for a duel on Finn. Finn gets off balance, so there is bludgers are at least temporarily out, but Annika manages to keep the other defense bludgers and sees the opportunity to tap a chaser as she's getting a pass. If you want to make that pass, the chaser probably has to start further out, so that they don't immediately get beat when the ball goes their way. We have Gil here, bringing up the quaffle, pass to Elizabeth. They still don't have any beaters behind. And Annika is now inbounding their bludger far down, which means Njol and Sari can set a high pressure. So this is pretty much only, I think that would be their second quaffle. No? Yeah. They're saying the reset was still legal, but the bludger pressure is still on, and BSI don't have any resets yet. Yeah, they've kind of cleaned up the bludger game. They have bludger control now. Oh, Hilde gets a slightly bad pass, and they lose quaffle possession. Long pass. Problem with such a long pass is the beater has time to turn around and shoot, but Vegard manages to catch the quaffle in time to block the beat with the quaffle. And he makes a really clutch shot. I am pretty sure it's a beater called Finn. He's very frustrated that his beat didn't stop the goal. And the question is whether that was because it was too late or because the refs just didn't see it. It's really annoying to beat if the ARs don't watch your beats and give consequences from that. But of course, it often happens that you beat a chaser just too late for them to score. As you might know, if you beat before you release the quaffle, it is live but unscorable. That means you can't score if you're beat before you release, but you can pass. The BSI drive fiddles out. Lemmings are now in offense. There's a lot of beater pressure going on. Lemmings chasers running around. But Kai, the BSI keeper, manages to pick up the quaffle, and then of course it's his. No one can challenge a defending keeper in his keeper zone when he first gets the ball. And Lemmings ask for a timeout. I mean, I can't actually do that because it has to be the team with quaffle possession. But I'm not going to be too salty about that.
I was like, there was a pause. You can actually have one.
No, now I can eat cookies.
Because I was just like, very like.
Very sweet.
But yeah, it's also hard to be like,
I have to make
like
this commentary just in case someone ever watches it on YouTube with sound on.
I watch it on YouTube.
With sound on? Yeah. I think the live stream might be what goes on YouTube. Yes.
No, it is this one.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I saw it on the portal this morning.
So someone might actually hear this. Yeah, it's nice to know we're not wasting our time here.
It's also just nice to hear commentating, so I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, there's often like, especially on Brooms Down, I feel like it's very hard to understand on the stream what's going on. Yeah, right now it's a timeout, just so that's it. This is the N2Y gang here explaining the game
And
to all of
eating
you.
cookies from Laura.
And eating cookies, this is true.
Yeah, the important parts.
We're not playing the next slot, we're playing the slot after, so we can eat cookies. Time is over. I have, as head referee, sometimes given teams too long timeout because I forget to take the time. That's the timekeeper's job, but yeah, it's not too bad. But in general, it's always nice to have a bit of discipline with keeping the game going, not having too long stoppages, including for a timeout, because long stoppages means a longer time, and then you can easily go over schedule, and then on the tournament the scheduling goes off, and then we end up traveling or leaving later, so we get into Trondheim by midnight, and that's annoying when you have something to do Monday morning. So, Vic manages to keep the quaffle, passes to Kevin. BSI still have bludger control, doing some taps up. But it looks like Njol is challenging them a bit. Yeah. Lemmings beater did manage to go out and tap one of their... Huh? Just didn't intercept the pass, and Lucia almost scored. As I said, I always told you she was good. Big drives past. The shot is out again, but they still have the quaffle. It ain't over till it's over. That's a very low shot from Kevin. And the Lemmings get possession of the quaffle again. Good job by the Lemmings defensive chasers. Just keep the pressure going, wait until they make a bad pass, and then capitalize on it. Use that to get the quaffle. So they're using their bludger very actively to follow the quaffle up. That can protect you to a certain extent from defensive bludgers. Cannot, however, protect from the keeper because the keeper can't be beat. Yeah, they're really pressuring out the Lemmings chaser now. BSI getting the quaffle back, using their bludger control and the fact that Njol made a bad beat, and then made his female beater go pick up the ball. Typical asshole male beater. But yeah, she got back in time to beat one of the BSI chasers and stop the drive. It's a good shot from her. Contact from Njol on Hugo. Njol catches the bludger. Lemmings now have bludger control. Kevin making a good tackle on the Lemmings keeper. Lemmings still have... Yeah, it looks like they might lose the quaffle now. Hugo made a beat, and it might be that he beat out the chaser with the ball, and that leads to a quaffle. Of course, Hugo himself was beat later by Njol. It's a typical example of the really complex interplay between bludgers and chasers in quadball. That if you beat someone and they don't go off immediately, you are confused, and then you stay there to beat them one more time. That makes you vulnerable to be beat by the other team. So yeah, everything affects everything. And I would say the best way to deal with that, as referees at least, is to give judicious turnovers. If there is an effect there, even though no one has done anything intentionally wrong, give a turnover to negate that effect. Stu is giving a yellow card to a Lemmings chaser for I would say playing after beat. Yeah, Birker is in a slightly risky situation. He manages to get past the two Lemmings chasers, Lauritz and Ila. Heart on her jersey. He can score, but Hugo is out, so it's going to be difficult for them to maintain bludger control. Yeah, he throws it back instead, just for the safe option. Lemmings have bludger control.
The snitch is getting ready.
Snitch is getting ready, so I'm eating cookies. Ja, litt som du sier. When Hugo doesn't bring the bludger up properly, that allows Njol to be very aggressive beater in defense. It's a balance. You don't want to bring your bludger too far and lose it. But you also don't want to let the other team's speeders do exactly what they want in defense. Then you will very often lose your offense. Risky pass. It's being picked up by Big. Njol making a good catch on the beat. Lemmings have bludger control still. Maya from BSI picking up the bludger. She's a bit far behind the quaffle. But Kevin is there. I feel like Kevin will get the quaffle. Kevin is a fighter. Hilde getting the quaffle. Good job from Hilde. Passes to Kevin. The BSI beaters, which are currently Maya and Annika, doing their best. Seems like they're trying to put up a bubble around the snitch. Njol tries to beat the seeker, ends up beating the snitch. That's not very efficient. Oh, there's a huddle around the quaffer. Looks like the Lemmings seeker took the opportunity and caught the snitch during the brimstone. That is when. Yeah. So when you catch after the whistle has started blowing, it's not a legal catch. But you can't fault someone for trying. They were judging that the beat on Lauritz didn't hit. Score is pretty close now. 70-60. Oh. Looks like Finn might have caught the snitch. In that case, it would be a win for BSI. Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm watching it. Yeah, I don't know. It is very important. It is what usually determines the game. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I can maybe bubble a bit sometimes, but that's also not my strength.
Yeah, but
You're a seeker, so you do that stuff.
Yeah, but it's fun with like the sketchy and
Yeah, catch is good. BSI then wins 10-5, 9-5. It looks like 10-5 over FlyINN Lemmings. This has been the NTNY commentary with
Vinja
and Matilda and the cookies. Bye bye.